Welcome back to Wing It. Thanks for staying either because you hate us, like us, or are related to us. This week in politics, what the fuck? President Donald Trump is considering drug testing food stamp recipients. According to the Washington Post, the proposal under review would be narrowly targeted, affecting roughly 5% of participants in the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program. It would apply mostly to people who are able-bodied, without dependents, and applying for some specialized jobs, and is just another step in the Trump administration's push to allow states more flexibility in how they implement federal programs that serve the poor, unemployed, or uninsured. The administration also wants to allow states to tighten employment requirements for food stamp recipients and has found support among GOP governors who argue, greater state control saves money and reduces dependency. This is not the first time drug tests have been implemented in dependency programs. In other news, turning over to sports, although not particularly politics related, are policy changes needed in Major League Baseball. Wednesday night, Yankees player Tyler Austin got into a physical bench-clearing fight with Red Sox pitcher Joe Kelly. The altercation started when Kelly hit Austin with a pitch, after Austin slid into Kelly's teammate at second base. Kelly was handed a 6-game suspension, with Austin receiving a 5-game suspension. Yankees third base coach Phil Nevin and new Boston manager Alex Cora were fined as well. And Nevin made comments about, quote, unprofessional Cora's reaction was after the fight ensued. So first, okay, let's chat about baseball first because I have like a lot of thoughts about Donald Trump. So basically now in Wing It, like, this is the time we discuss and debate some of the topics that happen. So I'll just go around and like, we basically provide our research and facts on what we think of what we talked about today. So I'm actually gonna start with, like I was saying, baseball. I am like a huge Yankees fan, and I saw this, and I was kind of disgusted a little bit because of the way the internet reacts.
That's Syracuse accent.
Oh, don't even get me started, Philly. Like, don't even. The way that the internet reacts to fights in baseball, and it's like so, like the Yankees, the Red Sox, MLB, they were all like tweeting about it, Instagramming about it, and like, and I do get it because it's good publicity for them, and it makes baseball interesting because a lot of people say baseball is boring. But I think, I just don't like the fact that these fights keep happening and there really isn't a lot of repercussions. I don't like the way that the media exploits these fights and literally just violence in sports. And I think that something needs to be done.
It's like more media coverage than like actual like addressing of like the issues.
A Kardashian situation is what we're saying.
But it's the
Explain.
same. I'll go let that go, but I guess.
Publicity from these fights, they have nothing to do with
baseball.
Right. It's just like, oh, let's have a fight. Let's get us out in the media. Not that they're like planning the fights, but I mean, they're happy about it because they're getting publicity.
Or like
just
the
like
analysis of the game turns into the analysis of the fight, and I'm like, who won the game?
Right.
No one said.
You're right. After that, like, literally, the first thing on Bleacher Report or ESPN was just the fight. There was nothing about the game after. Like, and it's the same thing about in other sports, like basketball. This year has been crazy.
Yeah, because basketball's not really like that kind of sport.
Nah, they're getting a little raunchy. They need some pads now. Like, football has been fights, so like I totally understand. Like they're exploiting really the fights is making the main thing to talk about. Yeah.
And I thought in baseball they were all like friends. Like for some reason I just thought in baseball is like for the Great American Pastime.
I'm sorry, what sport are you watching?
But it's different than like you don't ever touch anyone. Really, basketball you're like pushing up against them the whole time.
Yeah, and you could be like, I remember I started playing Camillus Youth Basketball Association when I was a sophomore in high school, so basically really late. And like I remember like I would elbow people and they would elbow me, and like it got physical just because they're touching each other. But like baseball, like the pitcher's literally 90 feet away from the batter. Right. So it's like, how's this
harder,
happening?
Yeah, but you're saying that he keeps hitting them with the pitches.
Yeah, so Austin like slid into the Red Sox second baseman to break up a play, so that way like Tyler Wade, who bunted, could make it to first base and it wouldn't be a double play. And I guess like all the Red Sox players thought that, and both benches cleared, but no one fought. And I guess the Red Sox were like, that slide was too aggressive. He could have hurt our player, which is like, yeah, but you're playing in a sport, you know you could get hurt. Like that's every single team does this. It's not like Austin was like, that's like part of the game is to like purposely break up double plays. And then Joe Kelly, who's a psychopath apparently, like just nailed Austin with like a 98-mile-per-hour fastball, and like so then Austin like threw his bat down and ran out, and literally Joe Kelly was like, yeah.
All I know is that we got to work on Austin because kind of just fell. It wasn't like
yeah. Well, that's the thing too. They both missed.
Yeah, that was just a horrible fight. We gotta talk to them because either we gotta get them in a ring or something because that was horrible. That's not. If you want to show this on ESPN, I want to see a better fight.
Right.
Like, let's get some HQ video.
Yeah, and like baseball players, like just like don't like they're not like fighting.
No,
like
Austin went to swing, missed him. Joe went to hit him, and there's like this picture of Joe Kelly. This time it's like, oh, Joe Kelly beat him. I'm like, literally go 2 more frames. He goes like if this is Austin's head, literally goes like this. Just missed his head. Literally missed his head. I was like, this isn't even a good fight. No. Yeah, this is what this is how everyone's cares about. I'm like, what are we showing like kids who play baseball?
Yeah.
Yeah, so true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like what? Some kid's gonna get hit with a ball, like throw his bag down. They're like
let's go.
Like, come here.
Yeah.
Honestly, I feel like that's what happens in like little league hockey. Like these people are just having like anger management issues like on the field.
Yikes. All right, well that's kind of like it for. I just like really thought that was interesting. The way the media was like fight, and I was like, who won the game?
Yeah.
Maybe it's just like making. Go ahead.
Okay. I was saying it was hyped because I think it was Boston and New York.
Yeah, which
so
is
I feel like that even hyped it up even 10 times.
Yeah.
Just some fact it's a rivalry.
It is kind of weird.
Yeah, and there's a lot of pressure from the MLB or like from other people to the MLB to be like, we need like people to want to watch our stuff and like
exactly.
They want to be like the rivalries back and pit teams against each other, which I get, but like
making personalities out of
like, what were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say like making the media just wants to like make characters and like put personalities towards like some of these people because I think that's like where the media gets attention.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so I also do want to talk about Donald Trump and this plan for food stamps. I think I already gave my opinion a little bit, but tell me what you guys think.
Well, I'm about to get drug tested. I got food stamps at the college. Like it's just crazy because there's so many people I know who like, you know, it's like again like it's just he's always trying to target something. He's trying to. There's no loopholes out of it. He's always trying to get. No matter if we can't do this, but I'll make sure I can get you this way. If I can't get you this way, I'll get you that way. It's always something that he's trying to do.
He never rests.
Yeah. No, like it's just always day after day.
Super problematic.
And also, I think too, it's like, I think a lot of people are gonna go along with me. Like, oh yeah, like you should be drug testing people who are like taking money from the government, but like also. First of all, we all are benefiting a little bit from like taxes and stuff, but at the same time, like, do drug addicts not deserve to eat? Do their families not deserve to eat? Like, you don't know their
like, what are you guys doing to solve the issue that people of like drugs in the first place?
Exactly.
Besides starving them to death now.
Exactly. So like now you have a bigger issue, and so if also
he just doesn't care.
Right. Exactly. And so like if they're gonna put stricter requirements on like also like employment like issues surrounding that, like what are you doing to like provide more jobs in the economy so that these people like have like an outlet to like support themselves? So,
or like maybe they need them because like they don't have a job or they have like they obviously need them because of some problem with income.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think it's like each person's individual. It's not just like they're lazy or like that's just such a wrong attitude. And I think this is like perpetrating the issue more of being like they're a drug addict, like people who need these supplements, and like that's just not true. And I think that's basically what the Trump administration is saying.
And that they're targeting able-bodied people. Like,
what does that mean?
Yeah.
To be so vague.
Right. Like
Again,
just because
someone's
someone's
like the military thing.
Exactly.
They can pick and choose who they want. Can target. Some people might, might just get targeted for no reason.
Yeah.
It's just again, he's just gonna get you however he wants you.
It's so true. Like our government can't be like we were talking last week about the transgender ban that was put on the military, and it was like. It literally was like some people. Like, what does that mean? You can't just be like you. But like these 5, and then
but that's what they want to do, basically.
That's what they want to do.
And it's so problematic. Like if you're going to implement something like this, it can't be vague.
Right.
And they're getting away with it too, which is crazy.
No, they will get away with it. And I think also too, like with the drug testing, like if someone is trying to like get off of drugs. Taking away like their food is not going to help the situation because then they're going to be too worried about feeding themselves, feeding their family, like anything like that. When they should just be like worrying about like their issues with drugs.
Like,
That's one less stressor they should have to worry about.
Providing
the food. Okay, I got that out.
What are they thinking? Like their food money is going to drugs, and that's why they are on food stamps.
And, like,
I just don't understand the logic.
And our country has like the worst issue with drugs.
Yeah. Like, and food.
Crazy.
Like it just
so let's just like throw them together and make a bigger issue.
They're like, you don't need basic and also since when did food become a privilege in this country?
Literally.
That's a fact.
Like what?
I feel like most necessities now are just turning into privileges at
this
point.
People are like, you don't deserve. I'm like,
yeah.
Okay, excuse me.
Right. Yeah, this is kind of like the same. I feel like this is kind of the same issue. Like when like there was like a very like media polarized situation towards like abortion and like them saying like who or like putting like bans on abortion, but then like or wanting to do so and then like not providing like the right care for like mothers like as soon as like they have the baby. So it's like, so we have the baby and like what are we doing now? So like okay, so we're taking away like your food stamps, like what are we doing now?
Yeah.
Right.
So
yeah, exactly. It's like, are they
not enough
implementing
follow
something?
up? Yeah. Yeah.
And I think it's just like very clear, like they're just targeting certain groups in this country, and it's like you can't do that.
You can't pick and choose.
I do want to talk about like Khloe Kardashian just like a little bit.
I just really can't like I just really can't imagine that. Like imagine like being pregnant and then like finding out that like
Do you want them to stay together or no?
No.
I don't want them to stay together.
They're
well, I
going
mean, I
to.
want them
Do you
to stay
think they're
together.
gonna co-parent? Do you think it's gonna be Khloe? Just
no,
Khloe?
it's gonna be Khloe, but he's gonna like move back in. They're gonna make a whole thing, break up again because they want more publicity.
And they need it to be filmed on the show.
Yeah, exactly. They want people to
I think they're
looking.
filming a season right now, so we're gonna get the tea in like a couple months.
Hopefully, because they haven't. Neither one of them have said anything about the situation. Like they've been going on about it like it doesn't exist.
Like Kai's pregnancy.
And
Like,
Kim's just posting pictures willy-nilly as if her sister's not going through the hardest time in her life.
I'm so happy for you. Your baby girl is so beautiful. You are so strong. You made it look so easy.
I saw
like,
that.
okay.
You made it look easy.
Sis.
Well, maybe their plan is to
boyfriend.
like maybe let this like subdue and then like in when the season comes up and the episode comes up,
They break up.
bring more attention to it.
Yeah.
Oh well, yeah,
Like
maybe so.
they're gonna be together till then.
Wow.
That's what I'm saying.
Big
Like,
blow
when
up.
they need him to be here so that way they can get the camera crew in and film all of this.
Chris
That's why
Jenner.
he came to the hospital.
That's like a great note to end on because now I'm pissed off. Anyways, that's all the time we have for today. Thanks for watching us say some shit and wing it. But don't forget to follow us on social media at Wing It with Lex. Bye.
Gang, gang.